What's up guys, welcome to another video tutorial on Pareto Technologies. In today's video we're going to be looking at how we can make a download script that works for varieties of extensions like PDF, MP3, MP4 and JPEG, and we can also include for other extensions. Okay, let's get started.
I have created a database. I've created a table inside our tutorial database. I named it download. So within the download, I have columns for the image URL, that is this URL, the images, like the icon, and I have their title, their various title. I have their description, their various description, and I have their content type, which is the most important thing we need in this tutorial, because we need to know the content type, so as for us to be able to download the particular extension. So we have the download URL and also have the additional info. For now, I don't think we're going to be using the additional info, so let's just get started. So in my coding environment, I have just this template. I have the connection to my database, and I have done this template because we're going to be working on this template. So let me give a preview of how the template looks like. This is the template. We're going to be having the image right here. We're going to be having the title and the description. So if you're interested in the CSS, you can stay to watch the CSS how I've made this, or if you just want to know how I have done the code, you can just skip and move forward to check how I have done the coding. So the basic idea there is just I created a link so as for the box should be clickable. Then after that, I created a container called file container, which I have given a CSS property. I gave it a width of 90 and I gave it a margin of auto so as for it to look like this. So I gave it a height of 300 pixels, a box shadow, and I gave it to display as grid because I need just two columns, the first column containing the image and the second column containing the description. So I gave it effective on hover, and then image container I gave it a width of 90, height of 250, margin of 5 pixels from the top and 5 pixels from the bottom, so as for it to look this way. So I gave it 5 from the top, 5 from below. So the next thing I did was for my text, I gave it a height of 100%, width of 100%. My text is the container for my description and title. That is there's this container here that holds this description and title. Then I gave it a display of flex, and then I aligned it to be in the middle of the page of its container, and I gave it some CSS. You can just look through the CSS. I think that's all. So let's get into the PHP. After I've gotten the connection to my database, the next thing is to write a query. So my query should be equals to MySQL query. So I need my connection, and then I want to select all from my download. So select all from downloads. So I can check if this query actually works. If my SQLi nums number of rows, if the number of rows of my query is greater than 0, then it works fine. I can then say I want to loop through each value in my database. So I want to use a while loop and say while rows equals to MySQLi fetch assoc. So I want to fetch from the query. So I want to print out this results. So let me just copy this. Since this is the template we're going to be using, let me copy this and paste it here. Or instead, I would say echo so I would escape this. So I would say echo, we need something here. So I would say I have created a download script which I named download.php. So I would say then question mark song id equals then my image URL is img URL. Then my title, my description, and then finally I close my bracket. So let's check it out. Description is undefined. Is it description? Descriptions. So we now have the template. So the next thing is we want, whenever we click on this, we want it to move to the download page, and from the download page, yeah, we want it to move to the download page, song id, and then prompt out a dialog box for download. So on my download page, song id, so we're going to be getting the song id. So we'll get a variable that stores our song ID. Is that it? Song ID. Yeah. Oh, song ID. Then we want to cross check from our database. We want to fetch based on that. So we need to copy some things from here, like the connection and the query. Something is wrong. So we can see select all from downloads where ID equals our ID. So we can check the same thing if number of it. So we can then say, instead of looping through, since it's just a particular data where we can just say row equals MySQLi so we want to get the content type, and yeah, I think it's just the content type. So we say type equals row content underscore type. What else do we need? And then the URL, the download URL equals the same thing. So we can say, is this on URL or is it file URL? Download URL. So now we can then start our PHP. We can now start writing the download scripts. This is the stage whereby I want you to pay more attention, because I'm going to be passing a lot of information here. So the first thing we have to check, okay, we want to, before that we need to get the base name of the file. Base name of the URL. So we can then check if the file exists on our folder. If file exists, what file? The URL. If it exists and is writable, is readable, that is, it's working fine. Okay, then this script should run. So the first thing we would include is an header. We're going to call the header a content description. So we can name it anything. I can just say file download. We can say, we can give a content type. Content type should be our type. Then we'll have content disposition of attachments. Is this semicolon? Then file name equals so let's escape. File name equals the base name, and then I think we should have header for cache control. Cache control should be revalidate. We should have pragma. Of public. What else can we have? We should have one for expire. Should never expire. And content length. Then we want to read the file out. Then exit.
So let me start explaining the headers one line after the other. So the content description, what it does is just it's describe what we are trying to do. So you can either name it, give it any naming convention. So I decide to say it's a file download. You can decide to give it, and it doesn't really matter. It's just a way to describe. It doesn't show. So the content type, which is the most important thing in which we have on our database, the content type, the application slash PDF, the audio slash JPEG, that is knowing the type of file the script is reading. So the content disposition is the main header used for the download. It forces the download dialog to pop up. Then we can give it a file name. The name will attend giving the file, that is when downloading. So when we check the script, when we click on it, the name that appears here is that's the name. So we can manipulate the name also. So the cache control, we don't want it to cache a particular download. We want it, whenever it downloads, we want it to reconnect to the server and get from the server, like get it afresh. Then we use a pragma public and expire. We don't want it to expire like the download. So the content length is very important, because if we try to comment out the content length when downloading, it doesn't show the size of the file. So the importance of the content length is to like read the file and okay, this is the length of which of the file you want to download. Then we read the file out to the buffer. We just read it out and then it downloads, and then we can download. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video.